No pretending, I don't fabricate or fantasize. Before I execute, I meditate and strategize. Send your mama roses, hold the pain to passerby. I get the bread, that's the only way I'm pacified.
Carolina born from a Carolina breed. Welcome to Carolina where them boys stack cheese.
2, 1. Hey, what's happening with it, man? It's your boy Yadda.
Yo, this LT.
Hey, man, it's the Sweet Podcast coming at you live, indirect, and all that good stuff, man.
What's up?
Sound wisdom examining everyone's perspective. Today we got a hell of a topic for y'all, man. What you think about this one right here, Lee?
I think it's a good one. I think it's right on time. Somebody might need it.
Do you stop your own success? Do you stop your own success?
Are you on your own way?
No, I got a couple different subtopics I want to talk about up under that umbrella topic. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I think that's something we need to observe.
I do. I think it's something that it happens in everybody's life at some point.
Yeah, indeed. And I also want to point out, take this time right here to say, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I was going to say we, but I'm going to let her speak for herself.
I'm not perfect either.
Yeah, I'm not perfect. A lot of times when we get these things out, it's easy to come up with subtopics because we're dealing with some of the issues ourselves. So in saying that, this is a growing process for all of us. Like, it ain't like we trying to come at y'all like, hey, everybody on the Sweet Podcast just doing this and doing that. No, we entrepreneurs. We dealing with the struggle of trying to, you know what I mean, keep everything going, trying to get it out the mud just like you guys are. And also, you know what I mean, different stuff we dealing with physically, mentally, financially, however. You know what I mean, we just real people trying to make something shape. We just want to be like a beacon of light when you come on the internet for some type of help and hope and inspiration and what we trying to get. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So the first thing we want to talk about is like bad habits.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Me too. You know what I mean? Bad habits can definitely stop you from achieving your goal. Can you give me some examples of what you think?
Bad habits. I know procrastination is one of my top bad habits. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's just that I like to be perfect, even though life's not perfect.
I'm with it.
And if I feel like I'm gonna fail too much in the beginning, I won't even want to start.
Yeah. Bad habits.
Yeah.
And procrastination.
And that starts my procrastination because I'm like, well, what can I do in order to like avoid or put that to aside what I need to be doing?
Okay. I'd say one of my bad habits, I pointed this one out before, is like my attention span. I really have to laser focus in on something to
that adult ADD.
Yeah, like to get it accomplished. You know what I mean?
I feel
it's kind of hard to deal with, but I make it shape. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do.
Man, self-discipline. It's the hardest discipline I think to conquer.
I think that's a whole nother subgenre. Like the importance of the importance of self-discipline. Cause man, like that goes back to that mama mentality. Every time I think about discipline, from now on, I correlate that with mama mentality.
Yeah, cause it's hard. It's hard to like hone in on disciplining yourself to do better. Like it's not easy because you don't have anyone over you telling you what to do. You gotta make the right decisions in order to make it happen.
Right. What about another one is lack of confidence.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's serious too.
Yeah. Low self-esteem, lack of confidence, being
self-doubt.
Self-doubt. I think everybody deals with that on some level. I just don't think everybody deals with it on the same level.
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just feel like everybody don't deal with it on the same level, and you just have to I would say reinforce yourself with a positive influence from outside. That might not be where you want it to come from.
Or fake it till you make it. Every day in the mirror, give yourself some positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Until you feel like what you're saying to yourself what you selling to yourself is real.
What I was gonna suggest is YouTube. They got motivational videos and different things you can type in when you want to listen to.
That's true.
Just somebody saying something inspirational. You driving someplace where you feel like you might need that kind of reinforcement or something. Like sometimes you just need to hear it. It goes into your spirit, goes into your soul, and it makes you your subconscious. It just helps you out. You think anything else I got to do with that?
Fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
Reaffirm yourself every morning. Think positive. I know it's hard to change your mind when it gets trapped into one thought process, but if you could like change your thought to something positive, that works too.
Another thing that to slow people down is other people's perspective.
Oh man, someone else issues with themselves will somehow affect you because they're projecting their misfortunes to you.
Yeah. I like that analogy you was talking about the rocket and the anchor.
Oh man, that was awesome. I was listening to a self-help video and the guy was describing a rocket and an anchor. And a rocket is everything your dreams and aspirations are. It's what's going to propel you up to the future. And your anchor is everything that holds you down. So that's your procrastination. That's your every time I want to do this, all this holds me down it stops me from doing it. And until you let go of that anchor, you won't be able to propel to the future. So instead of trying to keep going up, take a look at what's stopping you. Take a deep look at, okay, why when I want to succeed, I always feel the need to do X, Y, and Z. Like go into that feeling of why I always do that. And that, I guess, ties in with self-discipline because you got to, realize that, hey, I'm going backwards and why. Stop, assess it, and let go of that issue so you can move forward.
Indeed. I feel like that plays a huge role because not only can you learn from other people's mistakes, I feel like that's some of the ways you can look at things. You also don't want to let the failures of other people be that anchor on your dreams. You know what I mean? Like you want to be able to take whatever you want to do and go to the fullest of your ability with it so you can make it happen. Everybody's not going to see the light at the beginning, so use that again as fuel to push yourself forward so you can make everybody see that light. Let everybody bask in it.
People be jealous, like they low-key jealous. So they might speak something to you, they might be scared to do what you're doing. And because they scared, they're going to project their fear onto you. So you could be scared too, because misery love company.
Yeah. That's a weird thing too.
It is.
So I think that goes back to what you were saying, like take a deep look at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, cause I'm not the type to be jealous, but I'm pretty sure you can feel that. It's an emotion. You know what I mean? You gotta know when you're dealing with that. So just take a deep look at yourself and understand your position in life. One of the things that keep me grounded is I always realize it's always somebody doing way worse and it's always somebody doing way better. If you in a situation where you're blessed to the point that where you got up in the morning, you got a roof over your head, can get from point A to point B, you can get up and walk. Like it's almost to the point now where health is wealth.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And especially with what's going on in our society right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we're in a Bible Belt down here. It's like obesity.
Man. We ain't gonna talk about that one, man. But another thing we can discuss. That might keep you from your goal, or are you keeping you from your own success? Are you your worst enemy? Your distractions.
This be getting me too.
Distractions?
Yeah, cause say I'm supposed to be doing something, or I have something to turn in. I get to this darn phone, and that Facebook, Instagram will have you stuck. That's valuable time that you could be doing something else.
You 100% correct.
You get the searching, you get the picture searching, you get the liking.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I realize social media is used used for different things for different people. One thing I will say though, I would like to say is more, but I will say in our generation, like I do see a lot of people using social media for some type of business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Getting
Promotion.
the word out.
Yeah, something getting the word out, or it kind of just evolved into that throughout time. You know, one time you used to go to the mall or go to a club and you come outside to like 4 or 5 flyers on your car.
That's true.
Now you just see them on your timeline.
That's true. That's
you know
true.
What I mean? So it's definitely evolved into.
I remember that time too. That's when clubs was lit.
Lit, I'm telling you. But yeah, that those again are distractions. You know what I mean? They keep you from your goal. Not saying you can't have no social life. It's just
in moderation.
Yeah, and once you put yourself in certain situations, like it becomes the flip side to it. Like I can give you a perfect example. Throughout my time in Columbia, I done threw a couple parties or whatever. And when you throw parties and you get money from the door, or you get money from a party, once you start attending other club events and you're not getting money, they're not the same. You know what I mean? Like once you've been on the other side and you paying attention to how many people, when you paying attention to how many people trying to come in the door and what the bar tab looking like and all that type of stuff.
Getting in this bag.
Yeah, like it's different.
That's not my money.
Another thing I can say too is probably like for any entrepreneur, like for somebody who, you know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever your business is, you know the ins and outs of it. So when it comes to going somebody else's business and they possibly do the same thing, you don't necessarily want to partake in that unless you sitting at the table and that profit being chopped.
Because you're looking at your money being spent now.
Yeah, exactly.
You racking up totals for table service.
All that type of stuff, man. You already know how it go. But to bring it back into distractions, like just.
And your distractions could be anything. It could be females, males. It could be shopping. I mean.
So many things. NBA, NFL, sports. TV. Period. It's so many different, like you said, it's so many different things that can be a distraction. It's almost like, can you take a look at your vices? Can you be honest with yourself and understand what your vices are and observe them and figure out what you can do to be better?
I guess I go back to that self-discipline and why it's so hard.
That's the beginning. We got one more to talk about.
As I take a sip.
Actually, we got 2 more to talk about. Complacency.
Ooh. It's so easy because complacency is so comfortable. It's like you know it. Even if it sucks, you just know it. You're like, I know this sucked though. I know this. Yeah, but it's comfortable.
Comfortable. That's the key word for complacency. Like when you're looking at your situation and you want it to be better, but you're not really making no moves for it to be better. You just kind of hoping you get a scratch off or something.
I know, because you're like, hey, I know this.
Yeah.
I know what this looks like.
You gotta keep your head up and keep your head on the swivel when it comes to the distractions and the simple things like the complacency. We talked about that a little bit in the bad habit portion of things, but I think that's something that can be talked about by itself because it's so prevalent in what we got going on, whether that be putting off a whole project or I feel like something like punctuality can be even fall under complacency because a lot of people get to where they think they can just I can be over here in 20 minutes and you're not expecting a car wreck or a traffic accident or something like that to throw you off, and it should have been something where you really wanted to show that you could be on time for. So it's just little things like that where you want to be proactive instead of reactive.
But I feel like you can't ever achieve success if you're complacent. Because if what you're doing currently is not getting you to where you need to go, then you have to step outside of what you're doing, which is going to be uncomfortable, in order to do some things you have never done to get to where you want to go. And it doesn't work no other way.
Yeah.
You gotta get uncomfortable.
You gotta get uncomfortable.
And it's okay. It's okay to fear the unknown.
That's the only way it becomes known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, what's the worst they could say? No? I mean...
The worst.
No really ain't that bad. It's just a word.
That's the word.
Someone else would say yeah eventually.
Another thing, scared. Being scared. Being scared, like you were saying, courage. Just having that, being willing to put it all out there. And even be not necessarily scared to get in front of a camera or scared to take that chance. Also not being afraid to fail. You know what I mean? Because in failure comes lesson, and with that lesson comes a better chance of your next endeavor. So I feel like
we were talking about that earlier today.
Yeah.
What's failure? Like, if you would have known how much I failed, the past 2 months trying to learn something, but with all them failures came a learning experience. I learned. I know not to do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's gonna do. That's what it's gonna do. I think that's the key thing to talk about. On the rap side of things, real fast. What you got? What you know about?
Well, we're going to Flava Flav?
Yeah, Flav situation. Man. I know about that one.
In the rap world, ain't much going on right now, other than...
I see 50 saying something about he wanted to take the rights over for Juice WRLD next little, you know what I mean, album. What? And go ahead and finish it out like the executive produced that. But back to that Flava Flav thing real fast.
Hold up, on that note with 50, check out Get Life. It's 50 Cent's new TV show.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's pretty on point.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, 50 taking over TV, I'm with it.
I like 50 doing this thing, and I think with this
too.
Get Life thing, he trying to show probably, I ain't even seen the show yet, but I can just tell from how he coming across on the promos, he trying to really show he can get in his creative bag and not be so theatrical with like how Power was.
It's actually pretty good if you don't know about it. It's about it's a guy that got locked up and got his law degree in jail.
Yeah. And
he's kind of like a in-house lawyer trying to get people who are falsely accused off while trying to also get his case overturned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's deep.
Dang.
I'm with 50 right now. Like, I'm loving what 50 is bringing to TV, and I wish other TV networks, and maybe they do realize it, and that's why we don't see too many of us on TV, but, man, we need to take that producer roll over.
I mean, an awesome start would be coming and scoop up the Sweet podcast and putting us on your local networks, because I think we'll fit in somewhere good between 6:30 and 7.
You know, I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
But nah, hey, don't forget it. That's a subscribe button, as a matter of fact. But I wanted to kind of speak on the impact of Flava Flav getting fired. Like, first off, we really even speak on why he got fired.
Yeah.
He got fired because Chuck D felt like Flava Flav shouldn't have been in a position to be able to serve Bernie Sanders with a
cease and desist.
Yeah, with a cease and desist
for using his likeness.
And this comes because, you know how these politicians do around election time. They start getting extra friendly with the hip hop community. You know what I mean?
A little shucking and jiving out here.
You know what I mean? Somebody is going to be performing at some type of election or somebody, you know, something like that, you know what I mean, some type of campaign. And obviously that was about to go down, and Bernie decided he wanted to use like Public Enemy and make it seem like all of Public Enemy was
when it was just
backing him, and it was basically just Chuck D from what I'm understanding. And,
it is.
And whoever else. But it wasn't Flava Flav, and Flav had a problem with that.
He said, I ain't signed up for this.
So I think Chuck D's basic response was
well, you ain't in the group no more then.
Holla.
Holla.
And then you read something where you were saying Flava Flav don't know the difference between Barry Sanders
and Bernie
Sanders. Like, that's crazy, man. So you feel some type of way.
I don't know what's going on with Public Enemy. I mean, at this point, Chuck D is what? I just pulled it up. 59 years old. Public Enemy has been around for what? Gotta be over 40 years now. At this point, Flavor Flav is solidified public enemy. I mean, you could kick him out of the group, but you can't kick him out of history. And right now, history far exceeds the amount of time that you kick this dude out. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. It just seems like to me you can't, like you said, you can't picture
Public Enemy without Flavor Flav. Even though Flavor Flav didn't even have a verse in none of the songs other than ad-libs.
Yeah.
You still can't see Public Enemy without. Soon it's just gonna be Chuck D in the group.
Yeah, and that was, I don't think 911 was a joke, was a Public Enemy song, but I can't let y'all forget how potent that song was when it came out.
I mean, they had an impact at a time where we kind of need them to have an impact again. Shoot.
Yeah, basically, I'm with you on that. Man, that boy, my homeboy.
Had to fall through.
Yep, that boy Sockner fell through, man. Hey, that Megan the Stallion situation where she was talking about her record label, what it is, 1501?
1501 Certified Entertainment.
Industry, Inc. Incorporated, Dynasty.
It's a mouthful.
But yeah, them boys won't let Meg renegotiate her contract.
Won't let her renegotiate her contract or releasing music.
Or releasing music.
Putting her on the back burner.
Yeah, it must be. And you know what it is? She done signed with Rock Nation, so they trying to
Got that paycheck.
And then 1501 was like, well, we the one who brought her to the table. We got to get part of the bag.
I mean, did she sign with Rock Nation or did they sign with Rock Nation?
She signed with Rock Nation.
How's she gonna sign with Rock Nation if she signed with them?
Well, I guess it was
it's all types of people because they do
Yeah.
joint ventures. Like, you found her first, but your budget wasn't enough. So we think she got talent. We're gonna invest this.
Or maybe Rock Nation wanted to buy her out of contract.
I figure that's what they would have
Or
did.
distribution.
But obviously that ain't happen.
Yeah, but that's the reason why they play hardball. Because they probably want them to buy, you know what I mean?
Well,
Buy
what's
Meg
messed
out the
up?
contract.
It's like at a detrimental to her career. Like,
I don't know, 50 did that shit to damn
Man, they do that with everybody, man. Don't nobody care about your career. We trying to get this sack.
I'm talking just putting more on the back burner, like, nah, I just ain't gonna let you eat. You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, they got some type of metric or something they trying to go by, you know what I mean, as far as we gotta let these songs do what they supposed to do for X amount of time before we can just start hitting you back to back. See, that's the difference between signing with somebody major or signing with somebody period and then being all the way.
she better learn how to Frank Ocean that contract.
Whatever she got to do, man. You got to sign. You got to be independent.
Yeah, I mean, but you also gotta watch what you be signing, like you said, man, because I done heard plenty of stories about artists that was getting hot. They got shelved.
And
Contracts and all that.
She was 20 years old, so she was definitely old enough, you know what I mean, to be able to.
I mean, even in the article, it says that she didn't quite know what she signed and that things weren't made clear until after she signed with Rock Nation.
Yeah.
Like I said, man. I don't know, man. We'll see how that one unfolds here.
Another thing we had to talk about real fast, man. Hey, this is Sweet Podcast where we trying to give you a little bit of hip hop inspiration and entrepreneurship. Anything, you know what I mean? We got y'all welcome to as far as resources is concerned. Feel free to contact us, man. We on Twitter, we on Instagram, we on Facebook.
Yeah. If there's any topics you want us to cover, mention it in the message.
Oh, that'll be dope as well. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
Yeah.
And
leave comments, like you said.
Sound wisdom examining everyone's perspective, man. My homeboy.
Stop.
My homegirl.
LT.
It's your boy Yadda, man. It's the Sweet Podcast.
Out.
Welcome to Carolina where them boys stack cheese.